Hi, I'm Tomarra Adams. I am one of the 2017 cohort members of the Wayne Institute, and I decided to become a part of the Institute because I had stopped doing therapy for a while. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, but I'd taken an administrative track at my institution, and wanted to really get back into clinical practice. And to do that, after talking with Jim Wayne, wanted to have an opportunity to have serious impact on the clients that I met with. Upon hearing and reading a little bit, hearing about and reading on the Wayne Institute, I decided that this would be a great opportunity for me to strengthen my clinical skills and really have a model to work by as I'm engaging my clients. My first response in how the Wayne Institute has helped me as a professional is really slowing the pace down and working with clients, taking time to not just hear the presenting issue, but really take moment by moment and understand exactly what their lived experiences are, so that we could really, better further connect, deepen that connection, understand where that originates from, so that we could have a treatment plan that's really going to be personal to them and most impactful. And for me as a clinician, it's really making me slow down a little bit too, because of the setting that I practice in. It's brief focus therapy. Sometimes you want to work to get to the goal, but this model really creates space for you to say, stop for a minute and let me really understand and say something meaningful, engage in a meaningful way with the client. And so I think for both the client and the clinician, you learn a lot about yourself and how you use yourself in therapy, what you're responding to from what it is that they're presenting. And having the consultation, both the group consultation and the individual consultation, really gives you an opportunity to not necessarily be supervised, but to have some constructive feedback on how you can direct your practice. So it's not necessarily specific to that one case, it's how it is that you can use those skill sets, that theory, in every case that you're working with. I have not looked at other programs for the same model. I do continuing education, of course, as a professional. And so you want to have something that is meaningful and connected. So again, coming back to doing therapy, I really wanted to have something that was going to have impact on anyone that I see, especially being in a more generalist type of practice. So you'll have continuing education units that would focus on trauma or cognitive behavioral therapy or something along those specific treatment lines. But this one is encompassing because you can also look at other models and how it folds into this psychoanalytic model. And so it's not just a one size fits all as far as a treatment plan is concerned. It's really looking at, how you can adapt all of these other techniques, these evidence-based techniques, and what it is that you're doing. And because the faculty have such a diverse background, you can really pull on each of their expertise, ask a lot of questions, so it's really open for that. And so for me, in making a decision to do this program in particular, it was a no-brainer because you were able to get everything that you needed. I know that sounds all-encompassing, but you were able to get such variety in the methods that were being used, even within this one model, that I think it's the best opportunity that you're going to get for continuing education. The one thing that I have enjoyed that I wasn't expecting necessarily to gain from it is really connecting with the other participants in the program. They have been able to give me some resources that I wouldn't have thought about before. So even as I'm presenting cases or talking through things, through the model with them, the perspective that they're able to give me is also invaluable. So it's not just the faculty, it's also other professionals who've been practicing for quite a while. So it's really, as I call it, a liberatory educational model, right? Where it's not just the faculty members depending on the lecture kind of mode. It's really a reciprocal kind of learning environment. So I'm gaining a lot, not just from the faculty in the program, but also from the other participants and the wealth of knowledge that they're bringing to the table and experience. So that's been, I think, a treasure.